Call me Victor. And today, it's a rainy day, April 1st, and this is a recording, unfortunately, not a stream. Scuffed, of course, as all debuts must be, having a live stream issue that should hopefully be resolved. Honestly, probably not by tomorrow, but by the day after. But I wanted to at least get this recorded, and I'm just going to do a little half hour. Oh yeah, I didn't set my. I'm gonna shoot to do a half hour here of debut, where I just speak into the void. I have a couple little notes here and there, but really this is just, I'm hoping this will just be something nice for people to look back at. And so I've already been recording things. This is probably sounding a little nicer than that. And in the future, I hope I sound even better than this. But I am waiting for a nicer model to be done, but don't worry because I already have brought mine. So I already have my original design, which I'm going to show you. I don't want to gild the lily too much, so we'll begin the revealing. I'm gonna go head down actually, so I'm preparing it. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. I said, call me Victor. Oh, there. That's oh. You see, as you can see, I'm tall. I think right now is where we'll just put me in the corner here. Maybe I'm just sort of peeking out here. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna work. Hi. Okay. So first things first, check if I'm live streaming. But let's kind of just go through some things here. All right, we already finished that off. That we've shown our own model. I'm gonna have like something that moves around, hopefully. Honestly though, it's I want it to look nice. It might not be for months. So I should say that. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a process. But let's talk about some different things. So in terms of age, I am older than I look. Incidentally, I'm also, as you can see, this is not a high production debut. A lot of people think that you have to do these high production debuts, but the companies that do that sort of thing, it's because they already have established audience in there. That audience, but who's going to know to tune into this? Especially when it's not live. Okay. I think I've lost my notes. That's terrific. So I'm going to be history focused. I have a saying on my channel, history, or excuse me, a VTuber first, history always. My mouth often moves faster than my fingers, as you can see. There's with all these typos. Glad I was born after, well, say, I'm glad that I have access to this rather than tricky typewriter. Again. So, I'm going to be basically making educational and entertaining content. By the way, I guess we should get music going. So we're going to do a lot of educational, entertaining content that is, of course, history focused. So we're going to do beyond straight history. We're going to be really focusing on the social, on the cultural, humanity in general and in detail, is how I would say it. And like, let me give you some example of a few things that I've already been working on. Some of it recorded, some of it writing, and things like that. So I guess this would go under content to come. And here's where I was like, where's that? I'm gonna be starting a series, and by the way, a lot of these I haven't even checked to see if they're necessarily copyrighted things. But I'm gonna be doing, for example, a series I'm gonna call Anime Annotated, where we're gonna kind of just go on an episode by episode basis through a lot of my favorite animes and just talk about them in some sort of details. It's not a new kind of concept, but if I had to directly compare it, I'd say it's kind of like Mobile Suit Breakdown, that Gundam podcast. We're gonna be doing it with a few I have in mind. Now, the ultimate goal is to do a Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and I'm talking about when we're going to go through the episodes, we're going to go through the guidance, we're going to do character breakdowns. It's going to be a whole thing. Huge, massive project. That's a triple-digit episode series. But I want to work my way up to that, especially if it turns out people don't like me. And I want to make mistakes along the way. So we're going to start with a 6 episode series. And this is most likely going to be Gunbuster. It's going to be either the first or second thing that we work on. So that's like an example of that. But I'm also interested in metal. You know, it's funny that like this goals thing is not here. You see, yeah, this nobody knows anymore. It's like speed dating. So I've got so many goals, countless goals, but we're going to try to come up with 10. So here's 10 initial goals that I'm working on. I'm going to try to always, in the About section of my channel, have at least 3 that I'm working on. So, for example, the first thing I'm going to do is make public my first video, which is going to get finished when we do this. I really am annoyed that I lost my index cards and I really can't find them. So I'm gonna make public. I want to make public my first video. I want to try to get 1,000 subscribers. I want to get monetized, because now I should say I know that I'm always going to be getting demonetized because we talk about historical and serious subjects, things that are not advertiser friendly. Just comes with the territory. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna make them monetize me first so that they can feel the shame every time they demonetize me. Okay. And that's where, you know, your all's super chats and memberships and etc. and stuff will come in. The whole idea, the long term, is create a community where y'all, either you or through sponsors, I'll be able to make any sort of content I want and not have to worry about, like, oh, do I need to get ad revenue? So speaking of revenue, another thing is, I eventually want to do some. For some, I could call these economics and finance videos. Oh gosh, I'm going so deep into the first thing. You guys are probably wondering, who is this guy and why is he talking about history? Who is this figure? Well, I guess then this is what I should talk about. I'm somebody who has held a lot of different jobs, and first and foremost, I am a teacher. I've taught social studies. But it's about mindset. Well, and I feel like I hope that you'll find interesting some perspectives that I bring to things whenever you drop into the live streams or watch my videos or ask me questions. So something I thought would be fun to talk about, because in a way the debut video is just where you kind of talk about your goals as well, is I would eventually like to have several, you know, as you can see, I'm a little bit underdressed, let's say. So I need to get some outfits. So I thought I would talk about 7 sorts of jobs that I have had, and so you can get a sense of some of these perspectives I bring to. Like a lot of teachers have had a lot of jobs that help me pay for school, help me pay the bills. And for purposes of privacy, I'll probably be short on I'll probably be always short on specifics when you ask me things, but I'll always be long on stories. I can certainly tell you that. As I said, my age is older than I look. I have held all these various jobs, and it's been quite, yeah. Well, we'll see. All right, so 7 things that I've done. Number 7 is going to be teaching that I've done. Is I have been in the military. I am a veteran. I was an artilleryman. I will talk about that loudly and proudly a lot over the years. Okay, we're just gonna go through these fast because. I have worked in museums. I have been both a docent and a exhibit creator. And again, not getting too specific. I have been in car sales. I'll just say that it was a non-American brand, non-American cars that I would sell. I've been a delivery boy. For who? Well, maybe we'll talk about that when we get to the TV shows. I've worked in retail. I was a suit salesman. So I hope to eventually get some outfits where I can like have some suits, change the colors, things like that. I've been in security, Harmon Pipeline for the military, everywhere. I'm always doing security. I'm always giving ocular pat downs. And I've also been in education. I've been a teacher for everything from pre-K3 to, seniors. Like I said, how old did I look? So, feel free to ask me about any of these jobs anytime, and I definitely will talk about a lot of them during the different games that we play. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, we're coming down here and making some goals. So we're hoping to get monetized. We're going to do some economics and finance videos. And eventually we are going to have what I'm going to call the membership brokerage account, for lack of a better word. It's where, for purposes of teaching, because I've been an economics teacher, for purposes of kind of teaching and demonstrating personal finance and like how decisions are made, I want to eventually, after I'm monetizing, start to build a nest egg with the ad revenue, which incidentally, y'all are not in charge of paying my bills. Didn't start doing this, so I took care of my own finances first. So yeah, the whole point is I never wanted to be a channel, which is tough enough to be a history channel, but that was going to have to be dependent on somebody else. So while I'm really looking forward to one of my big goals, start building a community, part of thousands of subscribers. There's very successful YouTubers who certainly just in super chats alone, I'm sure are doing quite well, and who have also said they would not depend on YouTube. That's all I'm going to say. All. But if we do, we're going to make a brokerage account where we'll talk about investing and stuff like that, and economic things, and we'll use the money from that for paying for content, expenses that come up, and then probably honestly end up giving a lot of it away to charity. Do a lot of charity work on this channel. Okay, so yeah, eventual charity work. There's a whole lot I want to talk to you about there, more than I want to get into. We're good to super. Okay, other goals that I'm going to do is I'm going to make beginner guides to history games. We are going to play. We're gonna also do. Okay, this is gonna sound like a weird one because oh my gosh, this guy does so much. He's a variety streamer. I also should. Okay, I don't want to make this a thing. I don't want to talk about it a lot. In fact, I'd probably rather just talk about it at all. What up? I did get diagnosed with when I was a kid, and yeah. Point is, I'm always interested in new things, you know, with my different batteries that my brain works on. So there's gonna always be a variety of things on the channel because the most important person that I'm trying to entertain is myself and all of you, of course, my viewers, eventual attendants. So, oh yeah, so eventual goals have grant. This is a longer term one. Watching this video, I want my grandkids to let me watch them. So, you know, that one's probably not going to be in the first 10. Like I said, there's many goals. These are some of them. So when I'm talking about history games, I'm talking about, I guess it should be more specific too for the short term. So we'll probably do some stuff like Hearts of Iron 4, and maybe Suzerain. Those are going to be, yeah, we'll get down here into game. Here, but okay, other goals. I want to make it to class 6 in Uma Musume. I actually have been in it before. I do like that game, but I have actually been on a bit of a break from it because I've just been doing other things in preparation for this. Also, another thing that you should know about me is that I am a Hololive otaku. We will probably each year watch Fest together. Anyway, okay, so other goals. Make public my first video. Let's see. Oh yeah, debut actual moving model. Shout out to the, you know, Mama and Papa who are watching. The ones if they are watching. Okay, and let's see. I wanted to make 10 goals. Let's see, what else did I have in my notes here? Oh yeah, begin establishing the Victorious Museum. That is going to be a longer term thing as well, where basically I'm going to create a political museum thing here on. So, all right. The thing is, I do want to do a lot of higher stuff, but I need to make sure that my audience, that you all, are. I'm not good at kayfabe. Can you tell? Again, we're just speaking in the void. I'm going to be better when I have a chat to bounce off. But I hope. But we're going to be starting by playing a game called Clue Finders 3rd Grade Adventures. We'll do with Mathra. And I'm basically going to establish that you all have at least a 3rd grade education. And we will work from there until we are eventually getting into some really, really high topics. I mean, you know, I don't want to just spring on y'all you know, the importance of nudity in episode 6 of Gunbuster and why it's one of the greatest episodes of anime ever, if not the greatest. You know, you just sat down. We're gonna work our way towards that. So yeah, there's some goals that I'm going to be going for. Okay, so let me talk about anime, things that I'm into. This is what I had taken notes on because I didn't curious about this. Anime that I'm into. I really like basically everything that Studio Trigger has ever done. Some of it more than others, but you know. Yeah, so I like them. I like Legend of the Galactic Heroes. My favorite ever anime. I kind of just generally like sci-fi. I like Gundam. I've seen the Universal Century. I'm a big fan of it, and I've gone beyond. Like I've gone into Unicorn. I've gone into it's there's a lot that's great there. In terms of music. In terms of music, things that I like. Let's see. This. We're doing it live. We're just doing it live here. Oh, actually, if we're going to talk about anime, I also should separate manga, because it kind of is its own thing, obviously. I am super into One Piece, of course, the grand epic of our time. I guarantee you that I've been talking about it a lot on this channel. I liked quintessential quintuplets. Hajime no Ippo, I check in only like every 2 years to catch up. It ain't going anywhere, right? Unless it is, you never know. Berserk. I had notes. When it comes to music, okay, Led Zeppelin is my favorite band. I'm kind of just generally into classic rock, with dad rock, people would say, the 60s and 70s and stuff. But I'm also a big prog head. I'm a big metal head. I love when all of these things can come together. Big into jazz. So another thing that we're going to do in terms of the metal is that we are going to do some metal videos. We're going to also get into the history of metal. We're going to kind of look at it in a more historical perspective and like as a cultural force. That's something that, we're going to do a lot of it. Okay. Where did I put the content? Yeah, content to come. But yeah, we got metal videos coming. I don't want to get too into the history stuff yet, because I'm going to be a lot of it, so I don't want people to be like, oh, these are the ones he was looking at from the beginning. It's more about like having a historical perspective of stuff. Like anime annotated, when the time comes that we're talking about Legend of Galactic Heroes, it's going to be like 40% at least of each episode is going to be talking about like some historical event rather than it's literally happening in the episode. That kind of thing, I promise you, is going to happen. Oh yeah, so metal videos, another thing that we were going to work on. I really like D&D. We are going to do some character creation videos, and are going to do eventual playing. But it's going to be chat plays D&D. I'm going to experiment. I don't know if somebody's done this idea before, but I kind of conceptually thought of it like Twitch plays Pokemon. Oh wait, did I show y'all? Oh wait, y'all are getting bored. Wait, 22 minutes, 22 seconds has passed now. Time for the other, double outfit reveal. But you see, this is the one where it's like got a fist, to mess you up, or maybe just still smiling, but then whoop-ah! Watch out. Have your attention. Yeah, but we're gonna do like some chat plays D&D. It's gonna be low stakes, silly stuff. This ain't Critical Role. Alright, I'm not making the big grand epic. I'm gonna be playing on like established modules. And it's like if somebody somewhere says like, hey, you gotta send a cut, it's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Here's 5 cents of advertisement money. But I've got some funny ideas that I want to play with that we're gonna probably. Okay, like I was saying, other content to come. So I really am so I lost that. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's it in terms of music. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Western animation. Big fan of like. Actually, no. I know what's the. Huh? We got Futurama. We got BoJack Horseman. We got Avatar / Legend of Korra. Just again, these are just like there off the top. Okay. Oh yeah, I should put this in. Okay. Konosuba, probably the funniest anime ever. Definitely one I probably found the funniest, just like in terms of pure comedy. Okay, let's see. This is a whole lot that we put. Let's see, we're 24 minutes in. I don't want to talk about. I mean, again, because I'm a little bit, I'm being a little bit cagey about the history stuff that we're going to be going into. But I promise you, we're going to talk about like all sorts of things. You never know what you're going to get on here. Like, there's going to be. Okay, so like, yeah, history content. This would be good for me to go back on too, so I can look back like, did I do all those things? But I'm talking about doing like sports history and music history, We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. I mean, we're going to get into a lot of military things, and I'll talk about those when we're playing military games and things like that. But there's so much more to it than that. Like, yes, we're going to play Total War. Yes, we're going to play Paradox Interactive's games. We're also going to do stuff like, we're going to do role-playing stuff. We're going to do... I have very specific... We'll be doing quite soon. Anyway, yeah, I guess, man, you don't even need the half hour. I mean, light was good enough for Lot Plus Darkness, right? Oh, books! Oh, gosh, what am I thinking? I'm such a fool. Oh, yeah, so books, because, yeah, I'm trying to, like, talk about the non-serious stuff. Because when it comes to history books, I guess I just... Oh, yeah, that was part of my notes. So, like, the thing with, like, when you learn history, and, by the way, as I said, I've been a teacher in multiple states, multiple subjects, and also attended multiple universities. And the thing is, when you start to get... When people find out that, like, you're somebody who went to university for history and you teach it, that's the time we're telling me to wrap it up. Yeah, it's kind of the joke, except it's not a joke. It's like, oh, you like history? Name everything that happened ever. Or you're a fake history enjoyer. But, like, here's what I would say are some of my top subjects. That would be, we're going to call this the long 19th century, which is basically the late 1700s to World War One. Of course, I know World War One and Two quite well. I know that there's people though who are specialized in it. Also the Spanish Civil War. I'm just basically saying that these are things I could definitely go on and on and on and listen about. So like, there's this. I think it's Paul Preston, who's an author of the Spanish Civil War or like Spanish history in general. And he talks about how I get very nervous talking about things I haven't written an 800-page book about after studying it for 30 years. So, but I'm happy to talk about anything, but I'll also tell you when I just don't know something or I need to look more into it. Oh yeah, so anyway, the French Revolution especially, which is in the long 19th century, but I kind of look at that as like it's the kicking off point. It's something that Lord knows for years and years and years we're going to be arguing about it. I have actually a series planned where I'm going to talk about basically a couple of different ways we look at the French Revolution. Actually, it might not be a series. It might just be a long video, that sort of thing. By the way, there's going to be quite a big mishmash of things on this channel. Sometimes people are going to go, oh, I only like this content, not that content. Like, you should split these up into different things. And maybe the time will come to do that. Until I've got 100,000 subscribers, I certainly don't think so. But it's also it's like RDC World. You know, for years there were people who were like, oh, I like your anime jokes, do more anime jokes. And other people going, no, I like your basketball jokes, you can do more of those. And they had their separate fans, but it's like, you know what, everybody did. They're just funny people. So you just watch it all together, it works out. Now they're like a whole ecosystem. So let's see. Let's see, I'm a teacher, so my blood type, because I know the Japanese people care about it, it's A+. Okay, American history. Okay. Specialties. Okay. I was going to talk about books that I'm into. Books that I like. Super into Russian literature. Got a minute left. Basically, the classics. I love to read the classics. I love to read commentary on the classics. I love to people's perspective on the classics. I don't always like them. So, for example, Dostoevsky, love me some Crime and Punishment. I couldn't finish The Idiot. And it honestly just needed an editor. I might try it again one day, but with a different translator. I think I was reading the Constance Garnett one, which is fine. I've read her work before, or her translations before, but there was just a lot of scenes where multiple characters were talking in the same room, and you had to like keep triple checking, like, wait, who's talking right now? Because he wasn't making it clear, so like you literally don't know who's saying the words. There's dialogue happening. Which is like in that case, right, like play for the name. Anyway, so 29 minutes 54 seconds by my clock. Yes, as I was saying, I was into commercial literature, a lot of the classics. Honestly, I'm more into authors than like specifically books because I like their voices. I like Steinbeck, I like Melville, Proud Texas, Proud American. Yeah, I think that's more than enough to go off. I mean, obviously there's more, but hey, nobody's gonna watch this. It's gonna have like 100 views in a year or something, right? So this is kind of more for me. And remember that history will be written by the victor by the time that you're watching this. I'm sure that I'm live streaming on the channel, so come check that out. And yeah, we're gonna start with clue finders. If you're new to the channel, watch the clue finder videos, and then watch the, or then maybe you should watch my explanations of choreography. Anyway, I'm Victor Momus. Real be written, Victor. I'm as excited as I am.